Hey everyone, we are on our way right now to the Paramount Drive-In to see Ghostbusters Afterlife. And yeah, we're gonna go check it out, and then when we're done, we're gonna let you know what we thought. I talked about this a little bit in my last live stream. I don't have a lot of high expectations for this movie, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm hoping that it's gonna be really good. So yeah, I'll let you know. Okay, so we just got back from seeing Ghostbusters Afterlife, and now it's time for me to tell you all what I thought of it. Now let me say this before I go on with this review. I will not be giving out any major spoilers right now. I may give out a few accidental minor spoilers, but I definitely will not be giving out any major spoilers. I will not tell you how it ends or anything like that. So I've already mentioned that I didn't have very high expectations for it. I think in general, I just don't really like a lot of newer movies. I mean, there are some new movies that I really like, but overall, I just kind of don't really like the vibe of new movies. And especially when they try and recreate 80s and 90s movies or try and do sequels 30 or 40 years later, it just never really works out well. And the same goes for all the 80s and 90s sitcoms that they try and do reboots of. But again, just like there are some new movies that I enjoy, there have been a couple of reboots that I thought were okay. So with all of that being said, I gotta admit, I was also pretty turned off by the trailer. The movie looked like it was gonna be really dark and depressing, and that's just not Ghostbusters. I mean, Ghostbusters was a lighthearted comedy, and this did not at all look like it was gonna be like that. From the trailer, it really looked like they were trying to make a dark, serious ghost movie, and it kind of seemed like they were trying to go for that Stranger Things vibe and maybe ride the coattails of Stranger Things' success, and maybe that's why they had Finn Wolfhard in the movie, and that's just not what I was looking for in a Ghostbusters movie. So with all that being said, I really didn't have any interest in seeing it at all, but my son really wanted to see it, and it is a Ghostbusters movie, so I decided to just set all of my negative, preconceived opinions aside and give it a fair chance. So with that being said, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm more surprised than anybody, but I thought it was really good. I mean, it's not like the original first two Ghostbusters. It has a different vibe, it's a different movie, but it was still good, and it still kind of had a little bit of the Ghostbusters vibe to it. So Ghostbusters Afterlife is a bit darker than the first two Ghostbusters movies, but definitely not as much as I thought it was going to be, and not as much as you would think it was going to be if you watched the trailer. In the beginning of the movie, I'd say like in the first 15 minutes, I kind of got this Lost Boys vibe, which definitely is not a bad thing. Now, one thing I was kind of worried about is I thought they were just going to overdo it with Finn Wolfhard. Again, I thought they were trying to go the Stranger Things route, and they were just going to be really focusing on Finn Wolfhard. But he's actually not the main character. The main character of the movie is his little sister, who I believe is played by McKenna Grace, and she actually did a really good job. She was a good actress, wasn't annoying, and overall, her character was just really likable. Now, another thing that I was worried about is that Ghostbusters Afterlife wouldn't be funny, because again, if you watch the trailer, it didn't look like it was going to be funny at all, and the first two Ghostbusters movies were really funny. So, not as funny as the first two movies, but it did have a lot of good laughs. I found myself cracking up a couple of times, actually. I think having Paul Rudd in the movie definitely saved it as far as the comedic portion of the movie goes. I'm really glad Paul Rudd was in it. I thought he did a great job. So there's not too much more for me to say because I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to have any spoilers. So I'll just say that I thought it was a good story. I thought they told the story well. And how do I say this without giving anything away? I'll just say that there's a portion of the movie that I find to be very touching. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll say that there is a section of the movie that's very touching, very heartwarming, and very emotional, at least in my opinion. I thought that there was a very emotional section of the movie. So I know everyone's gonna have a different opinion of this movie. I'm sure some of you are gonna hate it. Some of you probably don't want it to have the Ghostbusters name. Some of you are gonna love it, and you know, it's the movie that you've been waiting for all these years. But that's the thing, we're all entitled to our own opinions. Like I said, I thought I was gonna hate it. I'm really shocked that I ended up enjoying it as much as I did. I definitely don't enjoy it as much as the first two movies, but I thought it was really good. Again, please try and remember, this is just my opinion. We're all entitled to our own opinions. But let me know what you thought. Please leave a comment below. Let me know if you saw it and let me know what you thought. I'm really interested to hear all of your different opinions about Ghostbusters Afterlife. So that's it. If you're not subscribed already, please stop right now and go hit that subscribe button. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.